blast into the past with Microsoft's Return of Arcade.
That's right, we're looking at Microsoft Return of Arcade for the Windows 95. Now, this was released in April of 1996, and this contains Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galaxian, and Pole Position. Back of the box shows screenshots of the games, which look very similar to the arcade, while showing off some other products of Microsoft Arcade and the Entertainment Pack. And it looks like on the left shows a screenshot of what looks like cheats or some sort of game breaker settings. And of course has to show some of the system requirements which an average computer can handle. So I'll go ahead and open up the box and take a look at some of the goodies that it comes with, besides the 3 floppy disks that it came with. Wow. Oh, what's this? Want the address of the most important person at Microsoft? Yeah, I want to know where Bill Gates lives. Sure. Oh, wow. You get a chance to win a free trip to Hawaii or Florida. I wonder if someone actually won this. And it comes with a very short manual, I guess just an overview of the game and how to install it and whatnot. Inside the Ziploc bag, of course, you get the software for the Microsoft Return of Arcade in, once again, 3 floppy disks. This is going to be fun. And of course, to play all these games, we're going to need my Windows 98 machine that I added some hardware and whatnot to it. And wait, what? Oh, that's just my dog. Yeah, I added a live drive sound blaster, a Voodoo 3 graphics card in it, a zip drive, and a couple of USB hubs. Not that I'm really going to need them, but I gotta fill up the slots. Alright, we brought up Windows 98. Sorry for the poor quality. I don't really have a capture card, so if anyone could recommend a good one for me, that would be wonderful. So I already put in the floppy disk in there. We're going to go ahead and get that going. Any minute now. Uh-oh. Yeah, so it turns out that it's the cable. So that kind of eliminates it, but have no fear, I think I have found a alternative. Meet my Windows 2000 machine. I built this baby, the floppy disk does work, so the idea is that I'm going to put the disk in and copy all over the files to a flash drive and then put it on my regular machine, and we're just gonna have to run a virtual machine and play these games. Not the idea that I want, but it's gonna have to do. Yeah, no big surprise there. What ended up happening was that I installed Windows 98 on the virtual machine, and while I was trying to configure some settings and getting it to be compatible to play games, the first time I guess it decided to crash every time I would boot it up. So I had to do a second installation of Windows 98, look online for some sort of way of installing a DirectX or a compatible VGA standard graphics onto the virtual machine. Luckily I was able to find a program, was able to get that installed and configured. But when I thought everything was going to be good from here, unfortunately, while trying to mount the flash drive, it wouldn't work, and then trying to convert the data into an IMG format for it to read as a floppy disk. First time, it wouldn't even recognize the disk. The second time, it wouldn't even copy all of the data onto the C drive. Now, I almost thought that this is it. I can't go any further. So I looked on the internet to see if there was a IMG format for the game, and in WinWorld there was the game and there was the files that I need in order to install it. Alright, so now we're going to install the game, and everything is easy. There is no hiccups, no errors, no nothing. Switching disk, it was able to read them. It's just perfect. Thank you that I was able to find this on WinWorld, and you guys can look it up and find it there too. So we'll go in the folder, and of course I'm going to launch Pac-Man. Pac-Man is one of my favorite arcade games, and it's simple, just Pac-Man. I know that Activision went in and redid like Asteroids, and I think it was Space Invaders, but of course I'm gonna prefer the arcade version of those games. And of course it comes with Dig Dug, Pole Position, and Galaxa. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I noticed when playing these games there weren't any sounds, and I double checked to see if Windows had a sound driver installed and it had the Sound Blaster emulator. So I'm not too sure why none of these games are playing any sort of sound. It was depressing, actually. Okay, I'm actually gonna double check this. Let's see, let's run Heretic. Okay, so the sound is present. Yeah, no music though. Well, good old emulators. I've also noticed that in this demo, like, he doesn't even get a fighting chance, he just dies. Wow, what a great way to present the game. Moving along to the cheat codes, it looks pretty standard. You know, you got your number of lives that you can change it to, how fast the enemies can go, how slow. Same with the player. You can change the speed overall in the game, and it's kind of funny to watch Pac-Man fly all over the place, but it's pretty difficult to control him around when the game is going really fast. And I know in pole position you can make it to where the cars don't pass you. You can change the amount of time pass each checkpoint. Galaxa, you can change the fire rate on how much or how fast you can shoot, and everything else is pretty standard. I know this is old news, but I just recently found out that Billy Mitchell, who got the highest score, and I think it was in Pac-Man, but someone can correct me, but I guess back in 2017 he was banned because he did something, or he had someone change some sort of setting in the Donkey Kong arcade machine, making it to where he can have a really high score just about anything, which shame on you, Billy. And that about wraps it up. There's not much I can say about it. It's arcade games on a floppy disk that you can play on your machine. Hit the like button on that video if you like it. I'll be doing more of these. Other than that, I will catch you guys around on the next video.